Alright, welcome back to Copper Country Video 2. So, it's White's turn. And White has one guy ready, one guy exerted, and 2 cards. So, we definitely need to get some cards. And so I will take one of my wilds. And then I want to transport, which that would go with. So with him, I want to take the tram road. Let's fill this up again. So I'll take this one. Get me back to my 4 cards. So the shift is over here, and both of those are kind of affected with Poor Rock. So either way, I'm only going to get 1 shift. But let's go over here. Mess with red. So we'll do some work over here, which is only going to be 1 shift because I'm -1 because of that Poor Rock. So my shift this turn is going to be doing Barrow Copper. And I do have both of these, so I'll go ahead and pay my transport and my explosive. And we'll go ahead and take this. So leaves me with 2 cards again, so I'm still good. Now we're going to blue. And where's blue looking? Blue has 1 available there, so we can go there. Or let's see, one of my actions for blue is I'm going to immigrate. So I'm going to move him over to here. And then, let's see, what kind of cards do I have? So I think I want to take... I'll take the Canal Dredge for 2. Okay, so now this is what we have. So we'll go ahead and move over here for 1 shift of work. Oh, and this one's a bedrock. That one's unfortunate. Let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I do have 1 card too many, so I might as well spend that one to go ahead and take this. Okay, so we'll take the bedrock and we'll place it over here. So now I'm at 4 cards, so I'm good there. But technically the game was supposed to have been paused because I just uncovered the blue space over there. So with that, we're going to draw one of the local businesses and flip it. It's the Bammert Blacksmith Shop. So once during your turn, when you play an Era 1 capital card, it may provide 2 of that card's resources. So that one's actually really good. So we'll go ahead and put this in the local business space. Now whenever you use a business, it doesn't count an action. You can do it once per turn that you can use one of the businesses. And like I said, it does not use an action to be able to do that. Alright, so we will continue on to Red's turn. Red only has 3 cards, 2 of which are his wild. So I'm definitely taking the underground for 1. There's the other underground too. But, so that matches. Do that for wild. So I think I'm going to take black powder for the other one. Yeah, which is kind of unfortunate. I probably should have surveyed, but we'll take a chance here. So before I actually do my action, we'll go ahead and shuffle up the deck. So we can get some more capital cards. And that's kind of the unfortunate thing, is the decks are not all that big to start. So you do have to shuffle them a couple of times in the beginning. just shuffle a little bit. That's probably good right there. Just go ahead and fill that. This card we'll put at the bottom. Alright, so now we move to Red's turn. And Red's only going to take one shift, but he's going to move over here so he can mess with these guys. Although, yeah. No, yeah, I might as well. That's with white anyway. So, only get one shift. And we've got more barrel copper. So, I do have an explosive. I do not have a tram card, but I do have my wilds. So I'll go ahead and do my wilds and my explosives. And we'll take this, leaving me with 2 cards. So now we'll go back to white. And white isn't going to do too much on this one. I think we'll go ahead and survey here, since blue's exerted, so it's not going to really matter. And then I'll draw one more card. There's transport, there isn't. So I think I'll draw, won't really matter. I'll draw an explosive. Okay, and then during my labor action, we're just going to payroll. So these guys will ready. And then this guy's going to come out. And I've got protection over here, so I think I'm going to come over here. Especially since I went and surveyed, so I might as well come over there. Alright, blue. So blue has 2 wilds, explosive, and a surface. And blue, I think blue's going to build their last company house, but where should I build it? I could build it on one of these 2 to get an extra benefit, to where one of my guys isn't going to die. But I think I'm going to come over here. Protect against strikes. So that's 1. And then I will survey here. And now from actual action, we shall payroll. Now red. Red needs cards. Red also, well, have protections right there. So I don't know if I need to build a company house. I mean, I've got 2 of them. So I'm good for company houses. I do need more cards. I'll take this one. And shouldn't have taken that one though. Alright, and what else? I think that's it. No, let's see what else. Take this one, I guess. And then we'll do the same thing with payroll. Except where do I want to put my last guy? I think we'll put him over here. Alright, so now we go back to white. White's got 3 cards. None of them being my wild. I am going to take a green for 1. Underground for 1. Oh man, there's a lot of undergrounds now. That sucks. So underground needs, so I'm going to draw blind for number 2. Which wasn't too helpful for me. Wasn't too helpful for white. Alright. So now this one's pretty much dead right now because of the fact that with both those Poor Rock in there, it's at a -3. So definitely not really wanting to do any work actions over there. And I could be... Yeah, so I'll move over here to work, which is going to be a bad one where somebody's going to die. Now, I think I'm going to pass this one. So passing's not going to do anything. So we'll pass that one so nobody has to die. That was my first shift. Now my second shift is going to be mass copper. That one's a little bit better. Except for the fact that I wish one of those had been explosives. Yeah, because that's not going to help. I don't have equipment. So that one's not going to do anything for me. So, I guess we'll go ahead and pass this. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll get rid of one of this surface. And now blue. 1, 2, 3. So I've got 4 cards for blue. 2 of them being wilds. I'll go ahead and take one of these for 1. And I think for my second one, I'm actually going to negotiate to take him back to my unskilled workers area. And now for my last one, I've got wild, so we'll take a chance here. So I'm going to go over here, and we'll work for 2 shifts. So my first one is going to be bedrock, which I'll pass on. I don't know if I want to though. So my second one is going to be float copper, which is going to be labor and surface. Do I have labor and surface? I have a surface, I don't have labor, but I do have my wild, so we'll go ahead and pay these. So go ahead and take this. And that will be it, leaving me with 2 cards, so I'm still good. So now we'll go to red. Red with 1, 2, so red has 4 cards. Okay. So what do we want to do for red? I think red needs to survey. Yeah, he took that one. I forgot my Poor Rock over there, so we need to place our Poor Rock here. So I'll survey here. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, so that was survey for 1. And what's my wild? Surface is wild. I don't have any of those. I do need a surface. I need explosives, so we'll take one of these for 2. Which gives me another equipment. So this one might not be all the greatest. I have lots of equipment. It takes away greens, which I do have greens. So I will come over here to work. So for my first shift, Beyond Civilization. So two of any card plus a Poor Rock and then a strike. But since he's next to his company house, I can actually forego this strike. So this card is actually not going to be too bad for me. So for red, so I think I will get rid of one of these and one of these. So we'll take this, take the Poor Rock, and it'll be placed there. And that's, I've only got 3 cards, so we're good. So now we're back to white. White has these 4 cards. So we're almost, so these 2 are matches. I need a transport to match that one, and I need equipment to match this one. So we'll go ahead and take equipment for 1. And then my wild is also equipment. Dang. So that's 1. That's 1 for blue. And I think I will just take one of these for 2. Give me a transport. We'll go ahead and this one's open, so I think we're going to come over here and work. Give me 2 shifts. So first shift will be barrel copper. And what do we have? So I can play anything for the explosive for the barrel copper. And then here's my tram. And there's still a lot of green on the board. So I think I'm going to play this and this. To take this for blue. I've got one more shift I can do. It's going to be Beyond Civilization again for blue. Aha, blue's protected, so this one's a good one. So I think we'll go ahead and play him and play labor and equipment. Check my cards real quick. Yeah, because I think there was another one that needs to be placed too. There. I missed one. Wait a minute. Place that one there. Alright, so now we just hit arrow 2. So now what we're going to do is we'll take all these cards, this card pile, these cards right here, and then we're going to get our arrow 2 cards. So let me do that real quick. Alright, and then the arrow 2s are kind of special because of the fact that they'll give us more options in our cards. So now it can be either one of these. So that gets a little bit better. Now it's actually going to matter where our production is going to be getting a little bit larger to where our company house is actually going to mean something now. Get them shuffled, a lot of shuffling, Alright, it's good enough. So get our community cards back out. So we have an arrow 2, another arrow 2, another arrow 2, and another arrow 2. Okay, so now we're going to move on to red's turn. some cards hanging out over here that shouldn't be here. Oh yeah, we need to move on to the production cards too, though. There's these two. So now these ones are all going to go together. Shuffle the production cards. And I think I'm probably pretty close for this one, so we'll go ahead and end this one while I'm shuffling up the cards and getting ready for Red to go.